After doing my beast against the previous boss and getting spoiled for more, I make my way back to Santa Claus, but instead of giving him a letter of what I want for Christmas, I just pay him for extra shipping and acquire a crafting kit. Because I didn't know you had to buy that. He was also selling jars for 300 a pop. Like, what kind of scam is he running here? Anyway, I'm just gonna break the bank a little for no particular reason at all. I've acquired the pot, sir. And now I have completely legal explosives for recreational purposes. Hell yeah. I'm gonna go show my volatile explosives to all my friends.
Well, nice of you to drop in finally. It's all a bit ad hoc, but I'm sure you'll find something. And welcome to Patch's Emporium, where you won't need a refund, because everything's top-notch.
Patches has some interesting items, and for only 2 arms and someone else's legs, it can all be yours. Yeah, I was too broke for any of it, but that didn't stop me from window shopping. He had another stone sword key, so that tells me they should be good to go out of the box, since it was exactly like mine. He also had an item called Margit Shackle. Like, who the hell's Margit, and why the hell did he steal his shackle? Did he fall asleep first at the sleepover and you wanted to prank him? Those were the only 2 items that actually caught my eye. One because I needed it, and the other because it was just so strange. They were like the most expensive, so I knew he knew their real value. Maybe. Or this is like the Gucci shops of Limgrave.
A treasure chest. Well, it's nothing too special. Just something I'm saving as thanks for a very valuable customer. But then again, it would fetch some spectacular coin. And besides, this valuable customer could be a long time coming. Huh? Everything is give and take. Give and take. Cheers for that.
Don't look at me like that. I'm not gonna rob Patches. Again. Unless this isn't gone by the time I'm back. If it's still here, it's fair game. Now you can probably guess where their stone sword key is going before I even showed up here. But let's see if it... And hey, it worked this time! But let me show you why I wish it didn't. First off, a poison lagoon. That was unavoidable. And whatever the hell this thing is. I learned this wasn't going to be a cozy place to catch bugs for my Animal Crossing museum. No. This game truly was the Dark Souls of Elden Ring. Now, this entire place's gimmick here was to avoid this big chariot and these nooks, while trying not to get too greedy, and I was definitely getting greedy. Oh, and to avoid these enemies. Did I mention there were enemies? I was like Taskmaster if Taskmaster could see someone do something completely moronic and copy that perfectly. So actually, like the reverse flash of Taskmaster, which is pretty cool when he worded it like that. Now, through numerous deaths, I did see a ledge that had a different path, so I knew this whole other Dead Man Wonderland type of course was just for show. So, those weren't failures, they were experiences now. And once I made it down there... And once I made it down there, I was greeted by some old acquaintances from a previous dungeon. I didn't know how my disguise didn't fool them, but I'm a pro at killing these small threads, so leave it to me. Not a pro at the whole fire traps, though. So seeing the danger ahead, I decided to prepare ahead for once, and upgraded my 2 swords. And I'd say I'm already seeing a difference here. Huh? Now, I eventually made it through. And I found a totally normal open room. Love the interior design here. I made an audible noise when that happened. I was so caught off guard. Now, I knew I couldn't beat these guys, but I saw something on the ground in there. An item. It wasn't an enemy drop, so that means I didn't have to kill them. I could just run past them and pick them up. I don't know how I still fall for this kind of stuff. So the plan was to die, all sneaky-like. And, oh boy, was the reward worth all the time I spent. This thing raised every bar-related stat, basically. Sorry, stupid fire charm, and hello, Erdtree's favor. You can just tell how much more powerful he is now, just by looking at him. I know what you're gonna say. Oh, but there wasn't even a boss in there, what are you gonna do? And hi, I'm right behind you, and so glad you asked that. There was a boss in a small montage I did before, and when I went to fight him that time, I could actually do some decent damage to him. So, I would just go fight that guy, with my even better equipment now. It shouldn't be that hard. To all the people listening, please put that quote on my gravestone, because it was in fact that bad. This guy doesn't just fight you, he hunts you. Just when you think you've made some space, boom, he's right there. Oh, trying to heal? Let me help you press Ctrl Z on that. I had to do something truly shameful, and use the lock-on feature. I normally hate this mechanic in video games, because I hate not having control of the camera, but just this once, I'll let Lakitu handle it. Even with the lock-on feature though, the camera had a hard time keeping up. But I knew I could do it, and I wasn't going to back down. Oh, he also does blood loss too, but to be fair, I don't think a single boss up till now has it. It's like a D&D character having dark vision. Now, I knew this was going to take me quite a few attempts, so to make it at least a little worth it, I started to kill 1 or 2 of these wormy guys before going in. The hardest thing to find an opening for in this fight was healing. Like, not blaming the programmers. I'm blaming the animators, because that disappear into instantly closing the distance is diabolical. Just animate a dash. I don't want to fight this anime bullshit.
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
But I was getting closer, closer, and even closer than your mom last night. I could smell blood in the water, and I wasn't backing down. Now, after banging my head against this brick wall of a foe, I came up with a new plan. One that's never been tested before, and this knight would be my guinea pig. Can you guess what it was? I'll give you a hint. There's the reason why I started the video like how I did. That's right! Bombs! In the end, it wasn't for nothing. I got his blade! I couldn't properly wield it because it was a big boy blade for big boys, but I could at least hold it. And if I two-hand it, I could actually use it. So, before I go, I had to show it off to the fine people of the lands in between.